Hello everybody, it's the Captain here. I'm drinking Kugel's Honey Weiss. I get to drink on the job, because I'm the fucking boss. You the boss? Can you do this? I bet you all my former bosses could never do this. Hi guys, how you doing? And the occasional girl, how you cocksuckers doing? You get to do it now. Look at me, hey! Just turned 40. Yeah, what were you doing for the next 20 years? You go to an office, you commute? Did you commute? I can't commute, I'm drinking beer. My boss would kill me. I'd kill myself. Anyway, we got a video request. Why did I set the laptop so far away? And if you have a video request, you can go to assholeconsulting.com. I'm just going to move this here. And I'll give you my 2 cents worth in exchange for $100 an hour, but rarely is it $100 because it only takes about 15 to 20 minutes to do it. So, young Angela writes. Hey Cappy, this is a video request and I'd like to remain anonymous. Oh, wait, never mind. I didn't mention the last name, we're good to go. I'm currently a computer science major. The reason I'm writing to you is because I'm aware of the rampant age discrimination that occurs in IT. As you know, IT is evolving at an explosive rate, which means that there is very high turnover. There is a very high turnover rate of knowledge. This follows that employers are very drawn to younger workers over older workers because they make the assumption that younger workers know the latest technology and cost less to hire. That is true. This is not without merit. After we hit age 30, everything goes downhill with the exception of our experience, which is the only thing that increases with time after age 30. But in IT, experience grows irrelevant very quickly and therefore is not valuable. Therefore, while programmers and software developers are in very high demand, they tend to have trouble finding jobs by the age of 35 to 40 due to age discrimination. Older programmers could keep learning and updating their skills, but the assumption and preference for younger workers in the field would exist regardless. Even Mark Zuckerberg publicly announced his preference for younger programmers. There are no 60-year-old programmers. I don't just want a job or a quick dollar out of school. I want a career in which I feel like I am kicking ass, achieving, and progressing. That is impossible to achieve if I know my career will end by the age of 40. Given this, do you think computer science is still a good major for me? I don't plan on starting a family, so I don't care about making lots of money. Do you think I should go research instead, since I have interest in science, physics, blah, blah, blah? Given the glut of tenure track PhD, no, don't get your PhD. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. I would also like to hear your opinion about entering the field of scientific research. A few resources that you provide. Look, research is one thing. If you think age discrimination in IT is difficult, wait till you get to the politics of getting your doctorate and entering that worthless, communist, ass-kissing, cock-sucking scum environment of academia. All right, please do not go into academia. I mean, you'll make money, yeah, but if you're worried about a headache of trying to find a job, you are completely underestimating the headache that's going to occur to you or hit you when you try and get your PhD and live in that world. You gotta go get grant money, and you gotta go to fucking... I mean, it's horrible. It's the most corrupt aspect of U.S. society is academia right now. Now, as for the discrimination, my direct answer is this. Tough shit. That's the real world. There is that bias. Yes, people are going to assume that if you're older, you don't know what you're doing or you're not as updated. But two things. One... that's the lay of the land, that's the law, but you still then have to get your certifications, get updated. And I don't know, I'm sure there is information out there, the information you did provide, I'm sure there is a bias, but I know guys who are well beyond 40 and they're doing quite well because they stayed current with their credentials. So that's kind of the one major drawback of going into IT, is you have to stay current, obviously. This guy, what was it, VMware, and now he's doing something completely different. And it was no more than 2 years ago, VMware was like that was the cat's meow. Now it's old school. But he's always going and getting his certification. Another buddy of mine makes very good money. The guy is pushing, well, he's 52, 53 now. But despite his age, because he remains current and he has the experience, he turns down work. He's like, no, I don't really want to work. I don't know. So there's that. Now, the other thing, number two, is I think after a certain age, this is just my opinion, and I don't want to say you should, because you should technically be able to go into any field as long as you stay current and find a career. But if you're a programmer, a networker, or any kind of IT type person, by the age of 40, you should be thinking more entrepreneurial. Just my opinion. Or a consultant, or an independent contractor, or something like that. I know you still have to keep your IT skills up, but that's what I would be looking at in terms of, post-40 IT work. It's like, okay, why aren't you programming apps? By that time, you should not just have... Say you keep up with your IT skills. They're not atrophying. Your experience should put you on a high enough peak that you could survey the lay of the land and start figuring out how to make money in different areas. I'm not talking about Mark Zuckerberg, who frankly I think got lucky and fell into it. But you should be able to say, we can make money here, I can make money there. You don't have to start the next Google, but you should be able to say, what everybody is outdoing me in terms of youth and accreditation, even though you'd have that. I know more about wisdom and how the market works. And that's something I see totally. I mean, look at Silicon Valley. Filled with a bunch of limp dick IT geniuses who still like, yeah, Barack Obama and socialism is great. They don't understand that the southern half of California is completely sucking them dry of their lifeblood of money. They just keep voting Democrat because we're conscious, we're green, corporate social responsibility. Oh, global warming, blah. But they're brilliant at programming. So that's where you can run circles around them, is if you got the experience, you know how the real world works, this is where a lot of the engineers wish they got their MBAs, or go on to get their MBAs. That's where you have the business sense, the economic sense, the marketing sense, the eagle eye to see how the industry is forming, that you can go and make a little bit more money and capitalize it in terms of an entrepreneurial aspect. So, but in other words, simplifying things, one, yeah, it sucks, suck it up. That's just the downside of it. Two, see if you can't do a business venture. And then also three, yeah, stay on top of it. I don't think it's as bad as you... I know you provided links, and I know it is true, and you've seen it. But it is not that bad. I don't know anyone... Put it a different way. Would you rather be a 45-year-old, currently up-to-date certified IT person, or a 45-year-old broad who's getting her like fucking master's in health administration? Even though you may have a disadvantage compared to younger counterparts, who do you think has a better employment prospects? So I know there's no perfect industry, there's no perfect degree, there's no perfect career. Get used to it. This is one of the drawbacks. But try anyway, because it's still one of the better fields. But otherwise, yeah, definitely try that entrepreneur stuff. Do not, I can't tell you what to do. If you want to become a doctorate and do scientific research, go ahead. But just hang out with some PhDs, for God's sake. Oh my God, fuck that bullshit. Anyway, that's all we got. Toodles.